In the last video, we talked about the harsh truth behind pitch decks, how founders spend weeks perfecting the slides and spending thousands and thousands of dollars only for investors to skim through them in seconds. We explored what's actually wrong with traditional decks and why memos are a far better option to pitch. We also broke down how to craft one by focusing on the first 5 parts: the executive summary, problem, solution, why now, and market size. In the current version, in today's video, we're going to talk about the next 5 parts. So let's go in and watch 6 through 10.
Hi there and welcome to Americanomics. I'm your host Akash Bhatt and I'm extremely thrilled to share that we are now part of the 01 network by Zerodha. The sixth would be the go-to-market strategy. How would you acquire your first 1,000 customers? Well, we've got to be really specific here. Our GTM is a hyperlocal B2B2C business model. We will partner with 50 Class A apartment buildings in each of these target cities, offering building residents an exclusive first walk free perk. This provides a concentrated geographic liquidity and a direct channel for our target demographic. Next up is the team. Now, you really have to talk about why you are the best people on earth to actually build this. So you got to start focusing on your credentials. For example, you guys could be best founders who have probably built marketplaces before. You could be engineers who have worked at similar companies, or you have unique insights from being in adjacent markets. You've got to bring all of your collective experiences to the table and allow VCs to understand why the team is best positioned. Now, because I have no idea as to what your backgrounds are, you'll have to fill this out for yourself. Next up will be financials or traction. Even if it's very early, you need to start showing some amount of progress. For example, it could be something like, hey, we launched 8 weeks ago in Boston and have acquired 150 users organically and completed 400 walks, and I've already have a GMV of $12,000 with 20% take rate. Our user retention is 60% month on month. Well, this might not seem big or huge right now, but it definitely shows that there's an audience out there that's utilizing your product. Next up would be fundraising. So if you were writing this for Wagger, I would word it something like this. We're raising $1.5 million and the use of funds will be allocated as follows. 40% for product and engineering to build out the premium features, 40% for city launcher salaries and local marketing, and 20% for G&A and operational runway. That should be enough to get you going for the first round. And that's it. 9 sections. No fancy graphics, no bullets that are designed to have lack of clarity, just rigorous structured thinking that provides more evidence that you're a serious founder who's solving a serious problem. But wait, Akash, didn't you actually say there are 10 components that you'll be walking us through? Well, excellent observation. What I'm going to talk to you about next will actually take your great memo and make it an unforgettable one. It's the one section that transforms your document from an ask into a partnership proposal. Even a perfect memo can leave questions, and an investor's unanswered questions is a quiet rejection. The best founders don't wait for the questions, they actually anticipate them way in advance. We did that when we were fundraising for our company. So the 10th section is basically going to be your FAQ section, or in other words, frequently asked questions. Now, this is a section where you would basically put in all the hardest questions that you will get from an investor or potentially from even a customer. This is basically an opportunity for you to show that you have thought through every possible reason why your company could fail, every potential pitfall, every objection coming from an investor or a customer. It demonstrates a level of preparedness that only 1% of founders are able to look into. My first memo was 12 pages long, and by the end of our fundraise, it was basically 18 pages long. Those extra pages well, basically, it was an exhaustive list of the questions that kept coming up with every investor or customer that we spoke with. So what might be these kind of questions, you might ask me? Well, it could be things like, what is your defensibility? What happens when a competitor copies your features? This seems obvious. Why hasn't somebody done this before? What is the regulatory risk? How are you handling walker surveys? What if Google or Amazon or somebody in the space decides to enter your market? Your CAC projections seem super low. What's the data behind them? These are the kind of questions that one needs to anticipate beforehand. So when an investor reads this, their entire posture completely changes. They stop reading as a skeptic and start reading as a collaborator, because you've disarmed their objections beforehand and replaced them with admiration for your rigor. They aren't just looking at a plan, they're actually looking at a partner who's obsessed about every single detail about their business. Now, this is the kind of founder that I would like to partner with. I don't want to be just a check writer, I want to build this company with them. So at this point, let's zoom out. This was never about Memo versus a pitch deck. This was always about two different styles of thinking. The pitch deck founder spends time on perception. The Memo founder spends time on reality. The pitch deck founder polishes a beautiful story, paints a beautiful picture. But the founder who's writing the memo builds an argument. The pitch deck founder dives a little inside with every rejection, wondering what they did wrong. But the one who wrote the memo welcomes tough questions because they've already done the work to find the answers, and most importantly, continues to iterate on that memo and make it an even better read for the next investor. The progressive threat isn't just the $5,000 or any amount of money that you waste on a designer. It's weeks of opportunity cost that you end up burning. It's the hit that you take on your credibility when you should actually be prioritizing a document that has substance rather than just style. And ultimately, it's the millions of dollars in opportunity cost when your great idea fails to get funded because you used a tool that wasn't the best fit for communication. Well, from my experience, what I can tell you is that the process of writing a memo has its own reward. It will expose the weakness in your strategy. It will force you to really talk with your co-founders about the numbers and the problem and obsess about things about why your business might actually fail. And any founder who spends that much amount of time doing something and trying to poke holes into their business model is probably better placed for success. So, if you've stayed with me so far, here's my challenge to you. Stop tweaking your pitch deck. Shut your Figma or your Canva files. Open a blank document. Start with section 1, the executive summary. Force yourself to write in full sentences. Embrace the struggle, the uncertainty, because the clarity that you would find in just sitting with your thoughts and trying to understand your business to its core is going to set you apart from day one. So don't waste another week on the format that's destined and skimmed to be forgotten. So my final suggestion to you is ditch the pitch deck. Write a memo instead. Add the FAQ section. Do the work. Trust me, your future investors, employees, and your future self will thank you. And most importantly, I guarantee you that writing a memo will help you raise money than just putting together a pitch deck. Well, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button and share it with any founder you think is trying to raise money in the next 2 to 3 months or is struggling because their pitch deck is failing them. I'll see you in the next video.